Destroy the outpost. Give me some era score. That's lovely. How many turns? 9 turns into the next era, and I've got to get 8 era score. Okay. That's intriguing. I've just met Sweden, so meeting people actually is going to be a good way of doing that, but that's a 7 era score now. I'll have to keep going and see what we can find. Yeah, this city may be a little bit lacking in loyalty for some time, but I get the era score for settling in Tundra and also right next to that wonder, so, you know, all in all, it's pretty decent. I'll take it. How bad is this loyalty? Not bad at all, actually, so I could just get a monument in and that's going to do the most of it. Perfect. Oh, thank goodness. Anonsai's finally got round. Like, he was trying to push himself past troops for the best part of about 500 years. What are we doing? What are we boosting? What would be useful for us? I think discovering resources is a good thing. So let's try and get an aqueduct done. Military training is fine and all, but it's not boosted. Is there anything we can boost? Not really. So what would be the best government for us? Monarchy, maybe, to get more population? It wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. So let's get theology boosted. Okay, bam. Good. Anonsai is going to do really, really well. I'm just going to go and nick everyone's resources, really. There'll be a city-state there. Bent Tree Clan, as well as a city-state here. So I could get 2 city-state allies if I wanted them. I don't necessarily know if I do want them. I might just have, like, actual cities. Actual cities are normally pretty good, but don't know, we'll see how we feel, because Geneva's been sat there and I've just not bothered sending envoys to them because they've been at war with me consistently, because both Gaul and Portugal are refusing to make peace. Again, not a problem for me, I don't mind it, it's just slightly annoying. Anyway, there's Portugal, not Portugal, Poland. Sorry, Poland, that's rude of me, that was very rude of me. We know who you are. Oh, Ericsson, that's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful admiral, because now I can move my units across the seas, so I can go and find America. Bam. Perfect. Go and find America, people. Go and do it. Da-ba-da-da. Arthur. Arthur has done it. I've named it America. Cool. I can go and settle in that direction now. Yeah, there's the Cree. Okay, so this is interesting. If I can make friends with the Cree, which I'm not going to be able to do because they're minus 27 with me because of my grievances. Okay, never mind. What I was thinking was I can make an alliance with them and steal their map, because their map is amazing. But I think we're going to have to just scrap that idea. I'll give it a try. We'll go open borders with them. Let's just give them actual gold instead. I don't want to have a lingering debt to them. Declare friendship. No, it's unlikely that was ever going to work, but sometimes it does. You can never predict it, really. Canada as well. Canada is, again, not going to like me at all. Yeah, no, we're going to have a problem with everybody here, but that's okay. That's fine. Main thing for me is just getting open borders with people if I can. Oh no, the settler's back. Oh dear. Right, well, in that case, I think I've got to go and pinch that tile. I'm just trying to think of the best way of doing this. So they could get around that way. Yeah, so if I just sort of go kaplonk, then it means they can't settle on that space, which helps a little bit, but I mean, we'll see if it works. Rough Rider Teddy. Hello. Sowing up discontent on that continent, I hope. He has great writers as well. So Teddy's got a lot of the great writers. I've got 1, 2, 3 theatre squares almost ready to rock. Once we get those going, we're going to be laughing. Hours of Minerva discovered, which means Cardiff. Cardiff's awesome. Cardiff gives me power for all my harbour buildings. So yes, I absolutely want to get them on side. That would be brilliant. Thank you. And Himiko as well. She would be an amazing pickup. I'm just getting Sinbad in that city, but I mean, I'm not saying no to any Bon really. Or a bunch of heroes were just claimed in the... Okay, Tamar just got Sinbad. Okay, yeah. Okay, fine. Right, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to try and get Himiko then. Sinbad was a good option, but it wasn't, like, the best one. And then if I go and settle here, then I'm going to just make Ireland impossible for them to settle. So I think, yeah, by buying this tile, I made it so that they couldn't physically settle Ireland. I am proud of that. And next turn is the turn I'm going to settle, which means I'll get the era score from Giant's Causeway into a new era as well. That could not have gone better, really. That could not have gone better for me. Bermuda Triangle. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Now, how has the Central Americas been settled? Can I, in theory, get a Bermuda city? It's not impossible. Often Bermuda is left kind of alone, and it depends on where the Mayans have popped up and whether Portugal have crossed the sea. Yeah, Those are all things that will make this sort of either work or not work. Yes, I know. Everyone's really happy or unhappy about this. Let's go and have a peek. What's going on in this direction? It looks like the Mayans do have that island already. Yeah, they do. Okay, that's unfortunate. Sometimes, if just with this with that rices, if you settle there, you can go bam, 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 and have 7 of the tiles of the Bermuda Triangle. So this city looks like one we might have to go and kill because it's too good for me. Interestingly, Gaul is now in a dark age, as is Germany, as is Scotland. Okay, this is where it gets silly, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to enjoy ourselves quite thoroughly here. Profits are included. Yeah, still difficult to get. There's no way I'm going to get one of those. So there's no point in doing that. I think the now 3 inquiry, because it still gives me science for my harbour adjacencies, which are still pretty good. And there's monarchy as well. Monarchy is pretty decent. Let's go limes. That's good. We'll go for serfdom's pretty decent as well, but I think what are our wild cards going to be? Let's go for writers. Let's go for maritime industries or veterancy. Now, veterancy to build our harbours. That's awesome. Diplomatic League is great. Combining that with a healthy dose of our favourite, urban planning. Nice. Oh, Scotland, you thought you'd be able to settle here. How wrong you were. How wrong you were. They can still, in theory, settle over here, which they're welcome to do, but they're going to lose their settler to Barbs by doing that. And I can go and steal it. Welcome to the World Congress. I would like to be able to put things towards city centres, please. And I'd quite like it if we can get units cheaper. I've got no favour because I'm losing tons because I own all the capitals of the world, but that's fine. City centres and productions. Yay, that's 2 points for me. Woohoo, I'm in second place on that one. I'm still at 19 techs for me. The Mayans only have 19, the Korea only have 19, so I'm doing okay on tech, actually. This has been pretty decent. I haven't checked in on the loyalty. Oh, wow. Okay, that city's going to flip in 6 turns. This city's going to flip in about 8 turns. Oh my goodness, Norway's capital is beginning to flip. That's awesome, and Sterling's beginning to flip as well. And we haven't even got our monuments full yet. That's the crazy thing. That is the crazy thing. No heroic relics left, but there are some good things of writing. So I can buy writing for 237, which is awesome, and I've got 1, 2 theatre squares ready to roll. Sod it, I'm going through the Bermuda Triangle. I'm doing it. Hee Whoa, right. There's Armagh on Antarctica. Okay, I'm the first to meet them as well. That's pretty fun. Nice. Okay, cool. So I could go in theory settle Antarctica. Hey, that's not a bad idea actually. Nobody would be here to stop me. That's awesome. Right, let's go and find America or something. Or like other America, Australia. Is that what they call Australia? Other America? I'm sure Australians won't be too mad having their entire nation just called Other America. It's fine. It's fine. Put 1 envoy into Geneva. That's good. And then we'll go from there. Where's naval infrastructure? That's a little bit better. Perfect. Okay, the writer points, again, not really useful actually, so I'm going to not bother with those. But limes. Limes actually is something I should focus on, especially with the city, with the World Congress where it is. So let's go and just pick up some walls in a few cities, like 2 turns on ancient walls. I really should be doing that. Yes, we're going to do aid requests. That's awesome. And military emergency for Amsterdam. That was years and years ago. Don't do that. It's probably going to go through that one because Gaul and Portugal are at war with me. It just depends on how many people are going to declare on me. Now, the computer's thinking about this hard, which means it's gone through, probably. Maybe. We'll see. See what the damage is. Eek. Eek. Treasure. No, hang on. So Sweden's gone to war with me. Georgia's gone to war with me. Gaul, Germany. Okay, I think I did lose just a bit of gold on that one, actually. I think I've lost a little bit of gold on that. But, oh, Georgia, that's a missionary. Oh, that was a mistake. Why did you go to war with me just when that was there? I mean, I don't even care about that Eastern Orthodoxy. What did they actually have on their religion? Where is it? Where is it? Eastern Orthodoxy, holy sanctuaries. Yeah, not even worth it. The Cree have Feed the World, by the way. Just keeping an eye out for that. That's good to know. Just gonna plonk a cheeky amphitheatre into Paris, I think. Let me just check actually what's worth doing it. Is it yeah, Paris is still in range of Sterling, so that's wonderful. Okay, yeah, so a cheeky amphitheatre here. Brilliant, and that means I can now bring down the great work and then produce a new one. Australia, typical Australia, 166 science, yeah, they're just doing Australia things. They're not even the tech leader, that's the worrying thing. I'm actually only 3 techs behind them. I like that. I like that a lot, that's really cool. Another cheeky amphitheatre in Amsterdam this time. Lovely stuff. Spain, you still selling? Yes, they're still selling. Great, 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 great. Okay, 6 works of art now, which means I've got -6 on pretty much all of the cities in range. I've got Heidelberg in 4 turns. We've got Bagacum in 2 turns. We've got Stirling in 8 turns. We've got Nidaros in 25 turns. Hey, come on. You got to admit, this is turning around pretty nicely. Indonesia I've just met as well. Maori. 71 science. I still have I met the tech leader, the Kemans. Oh wow, that's just a bunch of people I just met. Vietnam as well. I think I just met Persia. Oh my goodness, what just happened? Something just happened. There was a bunch of people. Oh yeah, look, everyone's just chilling in the sea here. Is this some sort of party that I wasn't invited to? Like, I am looking all around my desk and there is no invite here. There is no invite at all. What is going on in this ocean? Man, this game is crashing a little bit already, but it's okay. I managed to recover it, but I might be ever so slightly different. I had to replay a couple of turns, and weirdly Persia wasn't around for me to meet this time. Don't know what happened to them. But, you know, apart from that, everything's kind of as I left it. But look at this sweet, sweet nitra. So tasty. So tasty for me. And more great works of writing. I think this is going to be my 5th if I buy this one from McCree, which I'm going to do. Very nice. Okay, cool. That's a nice plus, or minus, I should say, -5 influence now on most people. Bam, 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 bam. Actually, -6 or even more, 7, with the with all of the sort of different heroics put together as well. So that's awesome. Oh, Germany have appeared with crossbows. All I know is that is not polite, Germany. We don't approve of that sort of behaviour here. I do, however, approve of taking cities, and this is yet another one. Wonderful. Now that's going to put pressure on their capital now, and so it has. Lovely stuff. I don't even think this one has. No infrastructure here in terms of districts, and it's got 2 possible ones. So let's just quickly get the essential things, because don't forget, we've got double speed on city centre buildings at the moment. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 like that. And then I'll put the dockyard in. Why do I focus on dockyards? Well, gold right now is why Eleanor is better with England than France. Yes, I know France syncs up with Chateau and with culture really, really well, but I'm getting so many strategics from Workshop of the World, combined with all of the gold from Royal Navy dockyards. I'm being able to buy, I can just buy these great people. It's amazing. So already, even though I've only earned 2, I've got 7 different great works. Still technically at war with Geneva as well, so they're not going to mind if I just steal their stuff, right? I don't think they'll mind. No. Actually, one thing I want to do before I forget is just give Rome some gold. Because if I do that now, then I'll have some points towards the aid request. And I'll get the diplomacy points. A diplomatic victory I'm still not ruling out. That's not a bad option, really. I did sort of give up with this settler. I'm just going to settle the end bit of Ireland. I know, it's not very exciting, but I'd rather do that than lose the settler. I was actually struggling to get them across the sea there, so we'll just hold on for a sec. Oh no, Germany, that's a shame. Admittedly, they have a lot of catapults around Heidelberg, which isn't great, but you know, we'll ignore that for now. Population 9 though. Yes. Yes, that's wonderful. That's not wonderful though. There's a Gallic Knight. That is a powerful unit. That is a very powerful unit. Okay, we've got to be very careful of that one. I don't want to get into a pissing contest with something with that much strength. That's not fun. So Germany are at war with Rome, and they're liked by most other people. But in theory, Mr. Norway himself could join in on this war, maybe. And I need Frederick to be kind of like scooped in from as many different locations as possible. That's a good deal. That's a good deal, yeah. Okay, great. So I've got him in on this war. Okay, that's a dangerous one, but the Mayans are offering me a lot of money for a war on Coupe. I mean, Coupe's everywhere. He's literally everywhere, but, I mean, honestly, there comes a point where you have to go, why not? Why not? I mean, no doubt I'll probably find out why not very soon, but you know, until that point, we'll enjoy it. Come on, Spain. You know you want to go to war with Portugal. Yeah, of course they do. They can't help themselves. God, I'm just causing chaos here. Now Indonesia's at war with Kupe. I just wander in, right? And I'm like, hey everyone, how does a world war sound? And everyone's like, yes, sure, go for it. I mean, what else are we doing? Yeah, the world hates itself. It hates itself right now. Global relations, there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of anger out there right now. A lot of red lines. Dido. Oh, Bologna. Okay, normally that's a city-state, but we'll take it for now. That's good. And Stirling. That's Scotland's capital. Oh dear, Scotland. You appear to be losing your things very quickly. That's unfortunate. 21 faith per turn. I was hoping I'd start to build up some faith because I really want to get Hercules back. I missed one age with him. I didn't bring him back in the classical age, but I've got plenty of time to bring him back into the medieval age. So that should just be one opportunity of like summoning him, but I missed. Range strength with Anlansai. We'll move you to there. I'll keep attacking that knight, but honestly that knight looks pretty frighteningly tough right now. Also met Japan. I always want Japan to do a lot better than they end up doing. The actual island of Japan on this map is always so small, they can't really do anything. Maybe that would be a good fun TSL to do, don't you think? Yeah, Japan TSL. Oh man, I don't think I've ever done anything like that. That'd be good fun. Oh, is that another city just flipped? I think it was. Bibrax. Yes. So it was. Oh, Madrid is being sieged. Hopefully by Portugal. I always like to see Portugal absolutely have a go on Spain. It's always good fun. 10 population city. Oh my word. And people say that Eleanor isn't S tier. I had an incredibly difficult start and I'm just beginning to bulldoze now. Like, this is hilarious. Oh, my science and my culture are beginning to pick up quite considerably now. Yeah, as I pick up more and more things, more and more cities, it's really, really flipping. 4 turns on the Gallic capital. Very good. Norway's capital is flipping over. I can't really see anything else in this direction, but it looks like Warsaw as well is going to start to flip for me. One thing I'm going to have to think about doing at some point is just make sure that I'm using the right cities to put all of my great works in. It's commonly something that happens that you need to be a little bit careful of, but like an amphitheatre, for instance, in Utrecht might be more useful than one in London. You've got to use these as sort of like ammunition, I guess, is the best way of putting it. And it's like, well, moving this from here to there, that works really well. An Epic of Oya in Bibrax as well. Oh, nice. Goodness me, that's useful. Australia is Void Singers, actually. That is worth keeping an eye on, as is Kupe. Okay, I appear to be disliked by everybody that's Void Singers. Oh, Canada. Canada. Okay. Canada, we need to actually get a little bit of access level on. So how do I do this? Printing, trade routes, embassies, spies. Canada is going to be the focus of our attention here. Now, trade routes should be possible. I should be able to easily send a trade route from Manchester, so that's a good idea. Vietnam. Oh, Germany's gone. Well, that escalated quickly. I don't think I even knew where their last city was. Aachen. Of course it is. So I have Aachen now. Haha. Well, that worked well. This is good, actually. As people begin to disappear from the game, all the grievances the world has against me are going to rapidly disappear. Because people are going to forget about, like, who actually was the one that really didn't like them. Like, all of these grievances. So, actually, Kupe is at war with me and does genuinely have grievances with me. Okay, that's fine. Gaul does as well, as does Portugal. So, 3 people. But Gaul, I mean, is going to disappear very quickly. I mean, hopefully. Korea is here as well. Actually, it's probably worth having a look to see who in the world is currently doing the best. Like, who are our main competitors? We own most of Europe at this point, or most of Western Europe, I should say. And Ansai just got killed. I kind of let him happen. He had no charges left, and now I have an epic, which is worth way more to me than anything else. So we kind of don't mind that at all. Yeah, but who's winning? I'm in 5th on science. Unbelievably. Australia has 29 techs, India has 27, and then it's me. So there's the tech leader, and then somebody else ahead. So someone in South America, I bet, and probably someone in Asia. If I could bet those 2 things, it probably would be that. Oh, Gaul ended up taking Madrid, but there's no way they're going to keep that. That'd be hilarious if I get to pick that one up. I mean, I don't think I will, but imagine if I did. Oh, it would be joy. So I can't bother to send a unit over here, so I'm just doing it the lazy way. Oh, China's not doing well at all. Dear oh dear. Gaul just lost their capital as well, by the way. It's all gone. Nobody's sticking around for old Rheinkins to fight. Not that I really mind, to be fair. I'm sort of enjoying this quite considerably. Oh no, one of the few people that actually liked me is gone. It's Norway this time. I took their city diplomatically without incident though, so that's not too bad, but still, seeing these Viking longships just sort of wandering around the map, sort of what made the game for me. I really enjoyed it. It was very therapeutic. Oh, it's not Mongolia that's winning. That was my suspected sort of thing, was that maybe Mongolia had gone a bit crazy and taken a load of cities. No, it's not them. Gaul is gone. Thank goodness. God, they have their knight units just sort of wandering around the map were possibly the most annoying things in the world. So that was their last city. Okay, right, let's check into loyalty again. We don't need to see these cities because I already took them. Let's have a look at the new frontier cities. So, Edinburgh's doing alright at the moment, actually. That's a bit boring. Stockholm, also very loyal. Warsaw, on the other hand, is not. So we're putting some pressure in down on the east coast. Madrid is being pushed, and actually we might take that one. Lisbon. Okay, Portugal is going to take more of a push, I think, to knock them off their steed. I do, however, have my first trade route with Canada. It's my first little insidious bit that helps me to get access level limited with them. Now, all I need to do is find a high population city. Just while I sort of do this, a high production city, I should say. Paris is a good example of something that would work quite well. And I need to build a spy. 14 turns for a spy. Goodness me, that's a lot. Okay, maybe not Paris then. Actually, I have very little production in any of my cities, so I'll have to build a spy somewhere. I'll find somewhere to build a spy. Actually, this city, weirdly enough, is probably one of the best. So I'll build a spy, send it over to Canada. That will help a lot as well. So that'll be those two things. And then I've done... So I'll have done a spy. I can then put a delegation in, but they're not interested at the moment. They will be soon, because they'll forget about the fact that people have grievances with me. That won't take long. Yeah, and printing. Getting printing, actually. That's not a bad idea. Also, amazingly, Bibrax has an amphitheatre. Oh, well now I hear you cry. And to that I say yes. So, six works at the moment. All of these are doing good. Aachen actually has a space for a great hero spot. So I've got to just think about this. Amsterdam is no longer... Amsterdam, Paris and London are kind of not really doing much for me. So Paris, Amsterdam, all of these things need to come out. Like, actually, it's probably better to keep it in Amsterdam rather than the other two. But these monuments, for instance, yeah, bring them over to there. That'll help. I'll just continue to flog onto the market and buy what I can when I can. Like Mongolia is selling them for like barely anything. That's awesome. Right, quickly sell some horses to somebody, probably to Mongolia actually. There we go. More books. More books. View deal, what does he want for that? 7 gold batonka. Oh yeah, I'll take that. That's not a bad deal either. Oh, I love when this happens. Geneva. Geneva is now beginning to lose loyalty. It's very rare you see city-states do that, but Eleanor of Aquitaine, she has an uncanny ability to get people to love her. I believe this should be a good boost for a lot of stuff, actually. Bibrax. Let's cover campus. Oh, have I not discovered universities yet? I haven't. The printing. That's crazy. Right, come on. I was just rushing that, and I realised actually I haven't even got universities. Dear oh dear. I mean, I've got 131 science without universities, though. I'll take that. That's pretty decent. Industrial zone built in Amsterdam, but that's not important. What's important is I just took Madrid. That's another capital taken, and I do need to move Victor down there because, my goodness, this city is tough and difficult to protect, but that's okay. Fix, and we'll just get the population up in this city just a touch, just a little squibble, and we'll be able to put an amphitheatre down here. I think that should be good. Hang on, no, whoa, Madrid does have an amphitheatre already. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Oh my good. Right. Well then. Isn't that something? Get out of London. Don't need you in there. Ugh. And Paris or Amsterdam. Amsterdam. No, get out there. Oh, fantastic. That's wonderful stuff. Hercules is going to be a lifesaver though, because Hercules I can use to get theatre squares popped in immediately into frontier cities, like Arkin, for instance. Get the theatre square done and built, and just like everything's in there perfectly. Let's just chop that down quickly. Then I was going to get this theatre square plomped in like that. Rush it in. And hey presto, Bologna is probably the next place as well as this city down here on the coast. This is fantastic. Attempt number 2 at the university. Bam. Printing is done. Okay. Cool. That means now we have more diplomatic visibility. Open. Open. Once this spy is done, 11 turns, it'll be good. Finish the Hercules labour here. Bam. There's a square. Perfect stuff. I've got some luxuries to sell. That means I can get like a little bit of gold, but I'm always looking for that perfect 600 gold mark. As soon as I can get to that one, like now, then I can just immediately purchase the amphitheatre in and then move my works from there. Gilgamesh, you know what this means. Ethiopia, like honestly, right, I don't care about you because it's Gilgamesh and he's my friend. Never change, Gilgabro, never change. Oh, I just met Brazil because they just declared war on one of my allies. I mean, sure. What about the Incans? 109 science? No, again, it's not you. I was kind of expecting you to... Oh, no, it's Brazil. 178 science for Brazil. I think they're having a good game. There's the Aztecs as well. So I've just met most of South America, I should say, in one go. Tongue twister that. There is the art museum. Right. Frescoes is going to be an amazing policy for me, so let's stick that in immediately. Get rid of scripture quickly. I want to be getting as many great artists as I can. I believe at least one has been claimed already. Yeah, Michelangelo. He's gone by someone in green. Intriguing. It's not me, whoever it is. But Bosch. I'm getting him in a second. That's good. But essentially, I need to get art museums in all of my cities now. I believe they're quite expensive. 1,160 gold. So, you know, not the best, but I think it should be fine. There's Persia. I found them. It's weird that I met them just in the sea randomly that time, and now nothing other than that. Finding all sorts of city-states now. There's Mittler as well. It's another bunch of science. How are we doing again? Score-wise, I'm clearly winning this game, which is nice. Brazil is 33 tax versus my 30, but we're 3 away from the top, which is nice. That's really, really cool. No one's beginning to win culture at the moment. Diplomacy-wise, 2 for Wilfred because he got a wonder. But apart from that, I think there's a lot of people with 2 points, including myself. So that's fine. How's the aid request going? Dido has 600 here. Okay, Trajan. We can compete with that. That's fine. What would you give me for this one? Not much. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to make it complicated. Just have the gold. Perfect. That will make me win. And fingers crossed we'll just go from there. Monotore, 107 science. Nice to meet you as well. Final theatre square. Bam. Rushed. Bologna will help massively in a second. Zulu. 94 science again. There's a lot of African nations that are kind of mediocrely doing okay in this game. I was expecting something a little bit more drastic. With mercantilism, however, we can see what sort of wild card or what sort of monopoly presence we've got. Wine and Wales looks like a very easy thing to control. As does like mercury, sugar, cotton. There's a lot of stuff here that we might be able to get hold of. That's very exciting. So we just need to keep expanding, keep exploring. We have a great writer. We've got the great enlightenment boost that we were looking for as well. So far, so good. Egypt. Not going to be a huge amount of people that we haven't met so far, right? 1, 2, 3 people on the map we haven't met. That's not bad at all. Mali, I think, is one of them. Congo as well on the other coast of Africa. Maybe Scythia as well. I think those are going to be the 3. That's my guess anyway. Oh, look at this. The Zulu want a very expensive war with Chandragupta. Yeah, I'll take that. That's very good for me. I also made peace with Coupe, which is great news because their boats are everywhere, turns out. Who would have thought? I mean, Coupe is no better though. He wants a war with Poundmaker. So I'll take that. That's pretty fun. This joint war thing, I'm only really bothering if someone's got like above 100 gold per turn. Like that feels like an amount that's kind of worth it really. Not everybody wants those deals as well, I should point out, but a lot of people do. If you just sort of fish around and you look for this sort of stuff, you can get up to all sorts of trouble. World Congress time. We actually have some favour, which is quite cool. I'd like people to trade with me. That would be quite a fun one, and melee always tends to go through, so we'll put 2 votes on that. Actually, no, I'll put 1 vote on that and 3 votes on this one. Let's see if that goes through. No, it didn't go through. Never mind. Ranged and packaged. Okay, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Ooh, forms an armada out of a military naval unit. That is a lot of fun. Military emergency failed, which is wonderful. And I believe the aid request I won as well. So I got lots of favour from both of those, and the first thing I'm going to do with the favour, apart from selling my luxury resources, which I'm absolutely going to do, I ask for gold up front. I kind of have this theory that even though you get less gold overall if you ask for it up front, there's kind of a lot to be said for using the gold quickly. Like having the gold up front, immediately using it, getting a benefit from it, and then sort of moving on from there. Like, there we go, I've sold all the favour. I've got 2,000 gold to play with now. Yeah, no, I like that as an idea. Like, I don't know if that ultimately gives you more or less, but to me it feels alright. First monopoly in the world, by the way. That's on sugar. Sugar, 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 sugar. 816% luxury resource monopoly here. Hey, that's going to go pretty quick. There we go, the peace deal's coming now. Portugal wants one. Actually, that's not bad. I'll take that. I don't particularly like this huge war with Portugal. Maybe I can get one with Sweden. Sweden's one is really annoying because they keep sending knights over, and knights are just like annoyingly powerful. They're not going to do anything to me. They just takes ages to kill them. Like, is that a reason to go to peace with somebody? Not that I am feeling any threat, but just the sheer boredom of having to fight waves of knights is like, come on, stop it now. Okay, they want a crazy silly deal. You're not going to get a crazy silly deal. Well, we'll take peace of anybody else though. Like Brazil, we only just met and then we went to war. It feels like a premature war on that part. Well, that could be fun. Joint war on John Curtin. Yay! Well, if anything, we'll just give him a bunch of production for doing that. So really, he should be thankful. So London is totally out of range of every city now. As is Amsterdam and as is Paris. So, what I'm going to do, just to remind myself, is start the old Eleanor of Aquitaine naming system by going equals, equals, equals at the beginning of all of their names. Now, what happens is because when you look at the Great Works view where it does everything alphabetically, like if I just do this quickly, when it sorts it through, what you can see is, there we go, amphitheatres will get stuck to the left, and you can see the art museums will do the same thing, and the monuments will do the same thing, and all that malarkey will all do the same thing. I don't want anything to be in a city where it has equal signs on it. Like, it's pointless there. Doesn't make any difference. So I'm moving everything out of there. It's just a handy way of keeping track of this sort of stuff. Peace for Sweden, thank goodness. God, that took ages. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Midnight Oil, Trevor Askby, Paul Coffey, Senjik, Kroger Brand, Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard and Portland for all of your support on Patreon, as well as everybody else who comments and likes. Thank you!